You've seen me in Kigali, you've seen me in Kampala, two capital cities that marked the beginning of my East Africa journey. And now, after 3 years of dreaming about it and months of saving towards the goal, I finally made it to their big sister, Nairobi. I've been exploring and enjoying the city for a few weeks now, and in this video I'll share with you why I believe Nairobi is worth the hype. After a very long travel journey, I was scared to be stuck in the infamous Nairobi traffic. I then chose to pay the toll fee required to cruise through the beautiful Nairobi Expressway. The views from this road confirmed to me that Nairobi is indeed a very big city. One of the things I was very curious to see in Nairobi were the matatus, and they did not disappoint. Besides covering most routes of the city at affordable rates, these buses look way too cool. If there was a competition of coolest public transportation, matatus would win for sure. Each bus is a piece of art. I find myself smiling every time I see one filled with graffiti. There are also other ways to move around Nairobi: bodabodas, Bolt, and Uber. So there's transportation for every budget. Another thing I realized compared to Maputo is that Nairobi has a plethora of commercial buildings in which you'll find offices, stores, restaurants, rooftops. The rooftops. So right now we're in the elevator in which I've spent the last minutes of my 2023. We're on the 15th floor where I welcomed 2024. Let's check it out. This is Blue Martini behind me, and unfortunately it is temporarily closed. I really wanted to show you guys the view. It's so beautiful. I hate when things don't go to plan. Now what? Okay, to be honest, it's not a problem because Nairobi has like 300,000 other rooftops, and I can think of one that I can show you guys. Let's go. By the way, we are at Broadwalk Mall right now. It's in the Westlands slash Parklands area, and it's such a beautiful building. Way to our rooftop. Okay, so it was so sunny in the rooftop. We are just moving on to the next spot because it was like I was burning, and I was like, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna burn because of the vlog. Priorities. And speaking of buildings, I couldn't wait to experience Nairobi shopping malls. Why? Because I come from a small city in which we have about 3 medium shopping malls. My first Nairobian mall was Your City, which isn't massive, but it's big and I got lost in it a few times. I love how they have a gallery showing the construction process. There's lots of entertainment options inside, and the rooftop food court is filled with a variety of restaurants. You guys know I love a mall, right? I love a controlled environment in which I can just exist, eat, shop, walk around. I think it's because I don't have to worry about, cars or extreme noises. That's why I love being inside the mall. Anyway, I'm visiting Village Market for the first time today, and there are many cultural events, musical events that happen in this mall. There's also a lot of options for entertainment, and that seems to be the case for most malls in Nairobi. That is so convenient, especially for younger people, children, teenagers. They can just come to a mall and have a full day of fun. I'm jealous. Kenyans, I'm really jealous. safe to say that Nairobi is a shopper's paradise. One can fulfill most of their shopping needs right here. The party scene is exactly what I expected it to be. Most places have happy hour from Monday to Friday. There are lots of events happening at restaurants, bars. There are comedy nights every week. So after a stressful week of work, you can attend a stand-up show and just laugh it off. What a luxury, Nairobians.
I don't think black people can survive such a cold weather. Can we? Yeah, I've never been to the movie, so I don't know.
Daytime parties are a thing as well. What's up, guys? This is Rachel.
Hi guys.
Rachel saw me on Wodemaya's video back in 2020. Was it before the pandemic?
About that time.
And then she manifested me. Suddenly, I'm here. She's hanging out with me. So we were at Social House for our lunch. The food was delicious. I highly recommend. It's a beautiful environment. And now we are in the bathroom of Ole Serene, which is one of the bathrooms with the best view I've ever seen. Anyway, so Rachel here moved from Mombasa to Nairobi. How do you feel?
I love it here. The weather is good. So many activities to do. Yeah.
Much different than the slow life in Mombasa.
Yeah, definitely. Mombasa is just a slow place. It's too hot as compared to Nairobi. Everyone in Nairobi is always rushing. Yeah.
So, what is your favorite thing about Kenya in general? What makes you proud of being Kenyan?
The weather is nice. The food, we have great food, lots of street food. The geography, I mean, as you've been shown, so many beautiful buildings, so many malls.
Would you like to stay here or in go back to Mombasa? If you could choose.
Stay in Nairobi. Yeah.
All right, guys, we have an amazing party waiting for us, so let's go outside. When it comes to food, I quickly came to the realization that Nairobi is busting out of its seams with amazing restaurants offering worldwide cuisine. Here, you can genuinely find and eat whatever your heart and stomach desire. So we are at Dough. Is it Dough? Dow? Dow Swahili. We're at Dow Swahili, which is officially my first Swahili restaurant. I already had my beef pilau rice, which to be honest was not a very special Swahili dish. I feel like I still have to go out again to another Swahili restaurant and eat a more complex meal. Let me know which Swahili dish I should try. So I thought this place was beautiful. They cook the food outside. They have very traditional flavors. I don't drink soda that much, but I opened an exception for the tangawizi because, for Kenyans. I find most of the restaurants I want to visit on Instagram, of course, so that I can see what the place looks like, the menu, the price points, and so on. A very good page to check out for that purpose is called Eat Out Kenya. There's also a lot of creative restaurants in which the main selling point is offering a fun experience of making the food. This is Meat O Max. It's the best place to have smoked meat in Nairobi, I was told, and I'm more than excited to taste it for myself. Keah, welcome to my YouTube channel. Keah was my express Kiswahili teacher earlier this morning because we were filming a reel for Instagram. You guys know that I learned Kinyarwanda, I learned Luganda, and I have to learn Kiswahili. How did I do with my Kiswahili class?
12 out of 10.
From someone who told me it was 8 out of 10, now we have made some progress.
I wonder who said that.
What's your favorite thing about being Kenyan?
I would say culture. Like we're warm. See, you're here,
Yeah, you're
right?
very warm.
Warm people.
36 degrees Celsius to be exact.
We're warm, and I would say our city, Nairobi. It's the only city in the world with a national park in it. Did you know that?
I knew that, and I'm jealous of you guys.
Well,
What else makes you proud of being Kenyan? See, anytime I ask Kenyans this question, they have nothing to say. Like they have two or three things to say, and that's it. You should have a laundry list of reasons why you love being Kenyan.
Oh, why I love being Kenyan? We have the best athletes in the world. Shout out to Kipchoge. Yeah, we have Obama.
I really admire that Kenya invests in infrastructure and transportation in order to make tourism easier and more affordable. On my second week here, I went on a train trip to Suswa, a mountain village a few hours from Nairobi. The station was beautiful. I was impressed by the modern architecture. It felt so good to pay only 500 shillings for a round train trip. It felt even better to be on the train, to see the animals of the national park from the train, and to talk to other travelers. Such a wholesome experience that ended up being affordable because the infrastructure is there. Guys, look at this beautiful place. I feel so lucky to be here alone. This is a secret garden and it's a part of the Kofizi 9 co-work space. So they have the rooms down there with lots of booths for people to work, meeting rooms, so beautiful. But I told them like I want to go to the garden and I'm so happy that I did because I get to be here alone, and that's why I'm not feeling shy vlogging in public because no one's here. Nairobi keeps surprising me with the most beautiful places. I think it's a city that prizes convenience, and it shows because the booths are full, the co-working space is pretty much full. I'm sure there's a lot of entrepreneurs working there. If you want to have a business meeting, you can pay for a day fare and get a meeting room. This city keeps giving. Even when it comes to a co-working space, I'm just in awe. The convenience doesn't just apply to malls and co-working spaces. It also applies with being able to buy anything and have it delivered to your doorstep. I love that about Nairobi. If you have the money to pay for the convenience, you will be served. Going back to when I first arrived, I decided to spend my first week in Nairobi at the Jabulani Hostel. I had a very fun hostel experience in Kampala at Akasha Villa, so I wanted to repeat that. And I also needed company to spend my New Year's Eve. If I went to a hotel or to a private Airbnb, I would spend my New Year's alone and bored. So here is where I met Susan, who is the manager of the Jabulani Hostel and officially my first Kenyan friend. Susan is also a YouTuber. What's the name of your channel?
The Traveling Miss.
And then she went on a hiatus to manage the hostel, right?
For a bit, yes, before it picks up, and then I'll go back to YouTubing.
So, what is your favorite thing about Nairobi?
I think how easily accessible everything is. Let's say Peruvian food, for example. You can find a Peruvian food in Nairobi. If I wanted Congolese food, probably I'll find it in Nairobi. Mozambican food, probably if we searched hard enough,
That would be a nice challenge for
we
me.
would find it in Nairobi.
To find Mozambican food.
Yes, and to get from point A to point B is very easy. So I love how easily accessible everything is in Nairobi.
And what makes you proud to be Kenyan?
What makes me proud
Don't
to be
be
Kenyan?
negative. There has to be something positive about being Kenyan.
Well, my Kenyan audience already says that I say a lot of bad things about Kenya,
your country.
but I don't say it out of hate. I say it because I've been to other places and I've seen how they do things, and I see Kenya has the potential to do these things.
You want your country to push
to do
be
better. My father used to say when we were young, don't be the best among fools. So I don't want us to be the best among fools. But that said, there are a couple of things I love about Kenya. Number one thing is how patriotic we are. Regardless of all the up and downs that you're facing in this country, and there are a lot, we're still very patriotic. This is something I love about Kenyans.
You guys love yourselves, and you love each other.
We
I
love
see
each
that, and you support each other for the most part.
And everybody has the Kenyan bracelet.
bracelet!
All of us
I
has.
swear, the other day I was in the store and I'm like, why is everyone wearing the Kenyan bracelet? Like,
Right.
is it a thing?
It's a thing. Even kids when they're born, they find at 2 months just to show how much we love our country, how patriotic we are.
Yo, that's so interesting. The bracelet thing is really true. If you guys ever come to Nairobi, try to look at people's wrists. They usually have the beaded bracelet, the
With the
beaded Kenyan
Kenyan,
bracelet.
the color of the Kenyan flag,
Mhm.
and normally it's written there Kenya. That's how much we love our country.
Okay, I love that. I ended up having the best New Year's Eve with a bunch of people from the hostel. We went to a very nice restaurant, and then we went to see the fireworks from Blue Martini.
To 2024.
I think Nairobi makes it very easy to meet people just by the amount of events and social gatherings happening every week. This is also the economic capital of East Africa, which means it's a city that attracts a lot of hustlers. So there's a lot of like minded people here, both locals and expats. With a little bit of luck and a lot of socialization, I believe anyone can make very good friends here. At least I've made a few. All in all, in my humble opinion, Nairobi is very much worth the hype. It's only been a few weeks, and this city has exceeded my expectations in all aspects. I'm absolutely loving life here, and I cannot wait to experience more of this fun city called Nairobi and this diverse country called Kenya. I'll be sharing more videos about my time here, so I'll see you soon.